Hello. So I wanted to leave a little message. Yesterday I missed the opportunity to say something. It was Rosh Chodesh Shvat, but I feel since we have the whole month ahead of us and Tu B'Shvat soon on the horizon, I'd like to mention it before Shabbat since I think it's also connected in part to the idea of Yetziat Mitzrayim, of the Exodus from Egypt. And that is the question of why do we celebrate? And it's a machloka between Shammai and Hillel. One says Rosh Chodesh Shvat, we celebrate the beginning, New Year for trees, and the other one says on Tu B'Shvat, on the 15th of Shvat. But either way, whether it is the first, which was yesterday, or the 15th, which we actually celebrate as the New Year for the trees, the idea is this: that although we look like we're in the dead of winter, it is a time where the sap starts to rise, and even though you might not see the life, inside things are churning, and that there will be the spring and things will come forth, the fruits and blossom and all sorts of beauty and gifts that we don't see at this point in time. And I think that's the same thing to remember in dark times, like for the Jewish people when they were in Egypt. And interestingly enough, it's Rosh Chodesh Shvat, and Shvat and Shevet, same word. Shvat being the name of this month, and Shevet being what we call a tribe of Israel, the 12 tribes. And the interesting thing is when we go into Shemot and it says these are the tribes that went down to Egypt, names every single one of the tribe, to show us that they had planted that seed. They had planted that seed that Paro thought he managed to grind out of them with hard work and labor, that identity. But even in the darkest of times, when they were in shibud, in subjugation, things were starting to turn. And that is what happened. And then there was the Exodus, and then we received the Torah on Sinai, and then we went into the land. So it's always so vital to remember in the darkest of times that nothing is over until it's over. When there is a life force, when there is something there, when there is meaning, there is value, there is purpose. It doesn't matter how dark the times are. If you manage to see it through, that you can blossom and you can shine. And I think this is such an important message also with the COVID and everything going on in the world, where a lot of my friends I know feel despondent. And it's just important to remember that it's at these times sometimes where things are starting to churn and things will grow and blossom potentially into something beautiful. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith, don't lose heart. Keep the good fight and have a wonderful Shabbat Shalom. L'chaim.